Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Money in the Bank 2019 here on the XFL. That's right, the X-Pound Fantasy League. I am, as always, your host, James Phoenix. With me tonight is Jeff.
What's up?
Risa may or may not be joining us before the end of the evening. We will find out. Tiff definitely will not be because her Wi-Fi is not working.
And she still doesn't have a headset.
That too. So, may just be the two of us. We'll see. But either way, we are here to score Money in the Bank. Happened this past Sunday. Sunday.
And as people who have been following us for some time could probably tell, I'm going old school today because where I happen to have my shit set up.
Yeah, Jeff's normally in his office, but he's in the living room today. So, let us go ahead and kick things off by taking a look. Oh, that's the one thing I didn't open was the actual score sheet. That would have helped.
Idiot.
Sorry. Fantasy log. There we go. All right. So let's go check out the scores. Bring it up here. Okay. Wait.
Problems.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I see what I did wrong. Never mind. Screwed something up, and I know what I did. Fix that. There we go. Better. Anyway, let's go ahead and check out the scores.
Yeah.
There is my screen share application window. That one. Share. Hide that. Present to everyone. Okay. So, going into Money in the Bank, it's a close race. I am in the lead at 23-12, with Jeff right behind me at 23-03, a 9-point gap.
This will be very interesting, man.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it will be. In third place, we have Tiff and the iconic Premier Man's Club for Women's Rights coming in at 18-14. And Risa and the Real Huggable Sensation are at 13-33.
Well, that's about to change.
Yeah, given some of the unexpected decisions that occurred in this pay-per-view, it's going to be interesting to find out whether Risa is able to pass Tiff here.
Hey, scroll back over. Let me look at our rosters again. Boop. Okay. Oh, we're completely even. How about that?
Everybody's completely even. Yeah, that's why, given what happened in the main event, we're going to have to make some decisions.
Yeah.
All right. So that being said, let us go ahead and check out the leaderboards going into the show. Top of the leaderboards with a massive lead is the WWE Champion Kofi Kingston at 406 points.
And that is not going to change.
Following on him is the Cruiserweight Champion, Tony Nese. The abs of 205 Live.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. AJ Styles coming in here at 206, followed closely behind by the Intercontinental Champion Finn Balor. The one and only Ricochet in here at 185, followed by Baron Corbin at 178. Roman Reigns just a point behind Corbin at 177, followed by Becky Two Belts at 168. Seth freaking Rollins, the Universal Champion at 160, and Arya Daivari, the number one contender to the Cruiserweight title, in there at 156, rounding out the top 10. Okay. So let us go ahead and put these in order, and we will see what happened at the Money into Bank.
I hope you have drank because you're doing most of the talking.
I know. I have some water. I will go get more if I need to. All right. Recap. Here we go. All right. Money in the Bank emanated from the XL Center in Hartford, Connecticut. And we open the program up with the pre-show.
As you do.
As you do. I will note that in the John Report versions, he doesn't really cover the pre-show stuff that was. I'm going to open the other recap because he doesn't cover the pre-show stuff that is not the match.
Yeah, usually that stuff's not important, though.
Well, there's promo points.
Well, I mean, it's important for us. I'm just saying in the general scope of things, it's
No, it's
not
true. It's
important.
really not. I understand why. I'm just making the point that for us, we kind of need that info.
Yeah, especially since we don't watch that shit.
That's the John Randy Moneymaker was also. All right, let's see here. Okay. All right, so kickoff panel is Coach Sam Roberts, Otunga, and Charlie Caruso.
Wow. Okay.
Nice upgrade for Charlie Caruso.
I feel sorry for her that she has to sit next to Sam Roberts, though.
Yeah, well. Could be worse. She's not sitting next to Byron Saxton.
I think that'd be an upgrade.
Ouch. Anyway, so they host the show. Becky Two Belts had a backstage interview and discussed the mountain she's facing tonight, having to compete in 2 separate matches. So promo to Becky Two Belts.
Okay, then.
Those are at 173. All right. And then Kevin Owens is backstage and does an interview about his WWE title match, saying that he doesn't have any issue with Kofi Kingston personally and thinks Kofi is a good role model, but Kofi has something that he wants, the WWE title, and he's going to do anything to get his hands on it.
All right, then.
Promo to KO. Little bit of credit here. I don't know if this was KO or the writers, but I like the fact that KO went out of his way here to emphasize, it's not personal, which I know is normally a traditional heel tactic. But in this case, I think it serves a double purpose because this way we know that KO wasn't intended to be heel turned.
Mm-hmm.
That was forced on them by Daniel Bryan being out for a few weeks and them not knowing if he was going to make it back in time for shit. So I think it's an interesting way to make the point that KO was, heel that he turned on Kofi, but it was because he wanted the belt. And you can't really blame any superstar for wanting a championship. And I think that being the case and him going out of his way to state, I don't have anything against Kofi personally. I think he's a great guy and a good role model. Will make a future turn back to face a little bit easier on him.
Yeah. And that might be sooner rather than later since they do, in fact, have Daniel Bryan back.
Daniel Bryan.
But he's currently holding a belt, so
yeah,
maybe a little bit, but
so we'll see. Anyway, so following that, we have a pre-tape promo from Nikki Cross.
Although, having said that, they may keep him heel just because they brought the Brotherhood back.
Mm-hmm.
So, at least that's what I heard, that they brought the Brotherhood back on SmackDown.
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
So we'll see.
Anyway.
Because we know Sammy is a heel for life.
Yeah. So Nikki Cross did a pre-tape promo where she was in her not insane mode.
Okay.
And she said that she was going to give Alexa Bliss a chance because she's been nice to her.
Okay.
So there you go.
Promo to Nikki Cross.
Promo to Nikki Cross, indeed. Simple promos. Start to show off easy. Okay. Next. Beth Phoenix and Sonya Deville are on the kickoff show panel.
Okay.
And yeah, this was just unnecessary.
Okay.
I give props to Beth Phoenix for trying to hold an interview with Sonya Deville about whether or not Mandy Rose is going to do well in this match. Whereas Sonya obviously talked her up in Mandy Rose, and they exchanged words about Sonya giving the spot to Mandy Rose when they won. And Beth says that she thinks that Mandy is inexperienced and that's going to work against her in the Money in the Bank ladder match.
Mm-hmm.
And she and Sonya had a good back and forth. And then Zelina Vega showed up to start trying to talk up Andrade. And she and Sonya Deville got into this exchange that was, I dare not say as bad because I'm not sure anything WWE TV is as bad, but almost as bad as having to listen to the Iconics.
Ooh.
It was not good. They just started talking over and screaming at each other.
Cat fight!
Yeah, minus the fight.
Well, vocal fight.
Yeah. It was just not a good promo. Sonya Deville and Zelina Vega get a promo, but it was fucking horrible.
So was it bad enough that you sat there wishing Beth Phoenix would just slam the both of them and walk off?
That would have been helpful. To be fair, I would have loved her if she just slammed Zelina Vega and then gone back to interviewing Sonya Deville. That would have been fine.
Fair.
Because everything was fine until Zelina Vega came out there and tried to hijack the panel to talk up Andrade.
No, she's a heel. That's what you do.
I know. But anyway. So then we go to our pre-show match, which is the SmackDown Tag Team Champions Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan, a.k.a. the Planeteers, taking on the Usos in what I found out after the fact was a non-title match.
Fuck you, WWE. Still get all the points, though, so that's good.
You do get all the points, though. Opening bell, Bryan and Jimmy start off. Jimmy with some chops to the chest. Jay tags in, and they do some back and forth double teaming on Daniel Bryan for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
And Jay tries to fight back. Bryan tackles him into a corner. After Bryan mounted a comeback with chops and kicks. Then Jay tried to fight back. Bryan tackled him into a corner, tagged Rowan in. Rowan dominated for a little while. Knocked Jimmy off the apron, tagged Bryan back in. They used Jay as a beat slut. Jay finally ducked a kick and hit Bryan with a Samoa drop. Rowan tagged in and went for a spear, but Jay dodged. Rowan crashed into a ring post, and Jimmy got a hot tag. Pummeled Rowan in the corner. Usos hit some kicks on Rowan. Then went for a Samoa drop, but Rowan was too big and they couldn't get him up. Jimmy went up top and hit a corkscrew moonsault. Got a 2 count off that. Jimmy then went up top, went for a crossbody, but Rowan caught him and turned it into a vertical suplex. Got a 2 off it. Jay tagged in. Rowan then fights both the Usos in the corner, hits a double superplex on both of them off the top turnbuckle.
OMG. OMG.
That's a dumb. I'd give that an OMG. That was pretty cool. I'm okay
It's a
with
double superplex, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, Bryan tags in. They tease off on Jay with the world famous it kicks that he stole from the Miz.
No.
And let's see here. I lost my spot in the recap. So here's a kicks. Jay fights back with kicks. They trade kicks. Jay hits a super kick, goes up to the top turnbuckle. Went for the big splash. Bryan dodged it, put Jay in the label lock. Jimmy ran in and broke that hold up, then dumped Rowan outside. Went for a suicide dive, but Rowan caught him. Jay came in and then hit the for the save, and they hit a double super kick at ringside. They then double suicide dove on Rowan at ringside. Daniel Bryan then went for a suicide dive, but they super kicked Bryan before he got out of the ropes. And then they both went to the top rope, hit the double splash on Bryan, and won the match.
Okay, then.
That was pretty cool. Double Oos wins at 11:05.
So Vince threw this match together to assert Raw dominance?
I guess, I don't know. But anyway, let me go to see which is the one that has this. Here we go. All right, so let's see. So Tiff wasn't clear who got the win because it was the double team maneuver. Let's see who was the last tag. As far as I can tell, Jay was a legal man.
All right.
So we'll go with Jay. All righty. So let's start this off with the losers.
Yeah.
First off, Daniel Bryan. He's going to get 8 points for being in this match, 2 points for running drop kicks, and a couple points for additional kicks, 3 for evading an Uso splash at 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
Gives Daniel Bryan a total of 15 points, 4 of which are move points.
Okay, then.
Daniel Bryan. That's be 38. What's about 143. Then Rowan, who did a lot of the work in this match, Gets 8 match points. He got a body slam, a running splash, a head vice, a running cross body block, another running splash, an elbow drop, a superplex, a jackhammer slam.
Hey, Jim.
Yep.
You know you don't have to read it, right? Because we can see it on the screen.
You can?
I'm looking at it right now.
I didn't think I was supposed to do that.
You're sharing, apparently, your entire desktop or some shit.
So to show me jump back and forth to the recap and shit?
I don't know. I just looked up and I see that the document. Now the document's gone.
And that's weird because I'm looking at the. I mean, I look over here. I mean, even when I jump over to the Skype, I'm just seeing the regular.
I don't know what to tell you. I saw the document up there for a moment.
Which is weird.
Anyway, continue.
Anyway. So yeah, so like I said, all those moves and then the double superplex, which will make that an OMG.
Yeah.
So he gets I guess what's a 1 point for the move itself and then 5 for the OMG?
Yeah.
Okay. Hang on, what did I just do? All right. So anyway, it's going to be a total of 10 moves and 18 points plus the OMG. 17 points and the OMG is going to be 22 points to Rowan.
Mm-hmm.
Rowan, there we go. Puts him at 123. All right. So following that match, hang on, I do the Usos. That would help. All right, Jimmy.
Yep.
So wait, where did she? Oh, she gave both guys win points because she didn't know who won. Oh, that's okay. We'll just amend Jimmy to that being 15 on
Jim, time for you to do maths.
Team win, and we'll just drop 15 off the total, which makes that even. Okay. Cool. So Jimmy gets 8 for being in the match, 15 for being on the winning team. Gets points for a corkscrew dive, a jumping kick, 3 super kicks, a suicide dive, and the double oos. Is a total of 30 points to Jimmy.
Who avoided the spear?
I don't know.
They should probably get points for that.
Was there a spear involved?
Yeah. Rowan tried to spear someone and they dodged out of the way and he speared the ring post.
Yeah, that's not. Rowan doesn't have a spear.
He doesn't?
I don't think so. It's one of those moves where you didn't know what he was going for, and he went into a spear position because he was supposed to ram his shoulder into the turnbuckle.
Yeah.
I don't normally count that unless they happen to have a spear in their moveset, only because they intentionally don't do anything that resembles a move because they have to be in a certain position to hit the ring post for the sell.
Fair.
So, good try, though. I respect that. Anyway, so 30 points to Jimmy. Jimmy. Oh, wait, hang on a minute. That's not right. What are our pay-per-view team points now?
Oh, yeah, that's right. We're on pay. Oh, shit. Did she give pay-per-view points? The 8 instead of the 5 for the match and shit?
Yeah, she did that. She just forgot that we updated that new pay-per-view team points. What did we say? 20, right?
Wait, pay-per-view team points?
Yeah, we said 20 over 15.
Let me. Here, I'll bring it up.
Okay. Quickly.
Google Sheets. Okay. And scoring criteria. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Pay-per-view member of winning team is 20.
Cool. So Jimmy gets 35 then.
Woo!
55 and
While I'm in here, I'll just
89.
add money in the bank.
164. Okay, a good idea since you got it open.
I'll throw it at the bottom.
That pushed Jimmy into the top 10, by the way. And then Jay, who won the match, will get 30 points for winning a pay-per-view match, 8 for being in its 38. 1 for a Samoa drop, 3 for evading a slam, 3 for evading a boot, 3 for evading a roundhouse kick. 1 for a super kick, 3 for more super kicks, a suicide dive, and the double oos. Is going to commit 54 points to Jay.
Fair. That's awesome.
64. Yeah, 4 is going to be 171.
All right. So
and a top 10 for Jay.
What did we say for Money in the Bank? Are we just going with mid card points?
Yeah,
40 and 20.
Add it to the mid cards. I think that's fair.
I'm just going to add it at the bottom.
That's fine.
Money in the Bank briefcase retention.
Yes.
20 points.
Yeah.
Okay. It is now officially part of the document.
Cool. So, rolling on in the program. There were 10 minutes left on the kickoff show. The panel hyped up the matches, and we went to the main show. Okay.
Oh, while I'm in here, I will also add the new title, which we'll talk about tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. That'll be, good call.
What did we say that was going to be?
I believe we said it was going to be a flat 20.
Done.
I think it was going to be 20 for a win. There were not going to be any retention or match points, but we would award appropriate assault and or weapon points as needed.
Fair.
So we opened this show with a graphic in memory of the late Ashley Massaro, who tragically passed away at the age of 39 last week.
Mm-hmm.
So may she rest in peace, and condolences to her friends and family. And then we had a video package. Nice arena. And we open up with the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Naomi came out first. Then Carmella. Then Nikki Cross replacing Alexa Bliss. Then Mandy Rose. Then Sonya with Sonya Deville. Then Ember Moon. Then Dana Brooke. Then Natalya. And lastly Bayley. Which probably should have been a clue. Tippity tap, tippity tap, tippity tap, tippity tap.
Sorry.
Tippity tap.
I'm amending rules and shit as we're doing this, so go ahead, just keep going.
Okay. Okay then. Why are we amending rules?
I'm putting in the rules for the 24/7.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, that's fair.
So that when the girls score, they know what to give them and what not to give participants.
Good call. I'm gonna go ahead and critique John Canton for a minute.
You do that.
Because he knows, not his fault. Naomi came out and he says she was dressed like a bee. I think.
She was dressed as Bumblebee from the Teen Titans.
Yes, exactly.
And you know that because she came out with the bee stingers in her hands.
And the fact that she put out a tweet with a bunch of pictures of Bumblebee explaining that fact. You could have easily known this. I know you try to get these things out as quickly as possible, John Canton, but come on. Although credit to John Canton, he does respond. He does respond well to correction. I will give him that much.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Rita actually emailed him and told him to correct his recap.
Which one? This one?
Not this one. It was for I think last week's SmackDown. I want to say, or no, 2 weeks ago SmackDown.
Oh,
yeah, it was the triple threat main event where Kofi defended against Sammy and AJ.
Okay.
And he had accidentally, within the match itself, it was correct, but he had accidentally written the heading as Kofi versus AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan.
Okay, then.
So it confused her at first, and once we figured out what was going on, she emailed him, and he corrected it.
Fair.
So that's cool. But yes, it was Bumblebee, who, by the way, from what I've read, was actually the first black female superhero in DC Comics history.
That's fair. That would not surprise me.
Might be all of comics history. I don't know if Marvel had one at that point. It might have been all of comics history, but either way.
Storm?
True.
The X-Men are pretty fucking old.
That's true. X-Men have been around for quite some time. Like I said, I don't know for sure. I just know that it at least had some relevance.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Yeah, let's see. Yes. Historically, Bumblebee is sometimes considered DC Comics' first black woman superhero character, although the distinction is also accorded to Nubia, Wonder Woman's twin sister, and a less traditional costume crime fighter than Bumblebee, who debuted in 1973.
Fair.
And yeah, Bumblebee debuted in 1976, by the way.
Fair.
I don't know when Storm of the X-Men debuted. Let's find out. Storm Marvel Comics.
Librarian, ladies and gentlemen.
That's what I do. Storm. Let's see. Storm. When did you debut, Storm? Are you going to tell me? First appearing at Giants as X-Men 1975. Beat Bumblebee by a year. Fair enough. Moving on. Women's Money in the Bank match. The commentators for this match are Tom Phillips, Renee Young, and Byron Saxton. Kind of a new combination.
All right, then.
The Spanish and German announced teams were also at ringside.
Mm-hmm.
According to the recap, they reminded you to read TJRWrestling.net daily.
Okay, then.
That's a joke, son. All right, so we open up with this match here. So all the women begin brawling in the center of the ring to start the match. Ember Moon attempted to go for a ladder right away. She said I went for a ladder. Nikki Cross trapped Dana Brooke and Carmella in the ring apron and then beat them up a little bit because that's one of her things that she does. And Nikki Cross then grabbed a ladder and used it to knock down several of the women that were coming at her. Dana Brooke then kicked the ladder into Nikki Cross to knock her down with a nice flush drop kick. Ember Moon then took a ladder and used it to trap Dana Brooke against a turnbuckle. Then proceeded to put Nikki Cross on her back and slam Nikki Cross back first onto a ladder. Mandy Rose then got involved and hit Dana Brooke with a running knee to the face. Carmella then grabbed Mandy Rose by the foot and pulled her out of the ring. Natalya hit Carmella with the Natty by Nature and then catapulted Natty into a ladder. Naomi then kicked off the ladder on Natalya. Mandy Rose hit a spinning slam onto Naomi. Bayley then grabbed a ladder and hit Mandy Rose in the ribs with it. Several women tried to set up ladders and climb for the briefcase. Carmella super kicked Bayley, then grabbed a ladder. Mandy Rose kicked Carmella's right knee out, and Carmella started really and it worked because she kicked Carmella's knee out, and as she kicked Carmella's knee out, her leg like kind of caught the ladder on the way down, and so on the ladder, and so she was kind of hurt, so she kind of like fell on the knee and rolled out of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Carmella shoved her and told her to get away, and then bailed to the floor, and the trainers and refs started checking on Carmella's knee. While that was happening, Naomi hit Mandy Rose with a jumping kick. Then did an interesting move where four of the other women in the match were holding ladders, two each holding ladders horizontally. If you can picture that.
Try that again.
Okay, picture four women holding two ladders, two women on each ladder holding them horizontally.
Okay.
Okay. So I don't remember which four women they were. It doesn't really matter. But Naomi was in the middle, and the four women, the two ladders on either side, they basically tried to sandwich Naomi between the two ladders.
Okay, then.
And instead, Naomi did a split as they were coming in, and they slammed the ladders into each other and basically knocked themselves down.
Mm.
So that was kind of a cool spot. And meanwhile, after one of the ladders, after that happened, Natalya, I guess we did the split. One of the ladders, I guess, landed on top of Naomi, who was in the split position, and Natalya then got up and stepped on the ladder on top of Naomi.
Mm.
Bayley then grabbed Natalya and tossed her into a ladder. Meanwhile, the doctors assisted Carmella to the back, who was now limping.
Mm.
A number of doctors assisting her, who I'm sure by no coincidence looked very much like indie wrestlers.
Okay.
And so she got hauled off to the back. Meanwhile, Bailey took Nikki Cross down with a ladder. Ember Moon then did a spin kick to Dana Brooke. And Dana Brooks then set up Ember Moon across the ladder, then did a handspring back elbow onto Ember Moon on the ladder in the corner. That was cool. Bailey then grabbed a really big ladder and set it up under the briefcase. Natalya and Mandy Rose then both ran in and attacked Bailey. And with the situation with the giant ladder, as Bailey tried to avoid them, ended up underneath the giant ladder, and they closed it on her several times.
Ow.
Yeah, that didn't look like it felt good. So let's see. Sorry. I skipped a move here. Before Bailey grabbed the huge ladder, she hit Dana Brooke with a sunset flip onto a ladder against a turnbuckle, which drove the back of Dana Brooke's head into that ladder, and that didn't look good either.
Damn. Ladies aren't fucking around.
No, they're not fucking around. So anyway, so Bailey got stationed on the ladder. Naomi then went up and did a split-legged moonsault onto Bailey on a ladder.
Damn.
So that was cool. Nikki Cross then got back in the ring and speared Natalya. Naomi then went up for the briefcase, but Ember Moon grabbed her and pulled her off and hit a code breaker. Nikki Cross then got in and hit her spinning neck breaker off the ropes maneuver on Ember Moon. Dana Brooke then pushed the ladder over it and hit Nikki Cross and knocked her out of the ring. She then set the ladder back up and started climbing for it as no one was there, but then Mandy Rose came in and jumped up. Dana Brooke managed to grab onto the briefcase hook, but wasn't able to unhook it, and Mandy Rose started throwing punches at her, and Dana Brooke actually came off the ladder and was swinging around holding by the briefcase, but eventually managed to make it back over to the ladder.
Okay, then.
And Bailey then pulled Mandy Rose down off the ladder. And as she was dealing with this, Naomi came in and went up behind Dana Brooke, and Nikki Cross came up behind Bailey and went up the ladders, leading to basically there being like 4 women on this one ladder. Natalya then got in the ring and shoved the ladder over, and all the women hit the ropes on the way down. Natalya then whipped Bailey into a turnbuckle, and then when Natalya, I had the wrong person when I told you that this was Mandy Rose. Natalya turned around, and Ember Moon had climbed up a very tall ladder set up in front of the ramp, jumped off this ladder, and hit an eclipse on Natalya in the ring.
Damn.
It was badass, and it got a huge pop from the crowd. That was a damn good move. That was the move of the match.
OMG.
Oh, definitely, yeah. That was badass. So anyway, that took out Natalya, and Ember Moon kind of took herself out in the process. Holy shit chants went up.
Okay.
Let's see. Hang on. Let me copy this. Here, over on Skype, here's the video clip.
We got video.
Check that out. Check out that eclipse, though. Yeah, it's a pretty good move.
Okay, that's not bad. She wasn't actually on top of the ladder. She was like 3 rungs down. She wasn't that much above the top of the turnbuckle. So
yeah, but it still looked really cool.
It looked cool, but if you really think about the technicalities of it, it's nothing more than basically a standard eclipse. Yeah, she had to jump a little bit farther because she was outside the ring, but yeah, it still looked cool.
Yep. So anyway, after Ember Moon managed to get up and she set up a ladder and tried to go for the briefcase, Mandy Rose came in and hit her with the double underhook slam onto another ladder.
Am I the only one who thinks the way she executed that version of the Eclipse, she came down more like an RKO and not a stunner?
A little bit, yeah.
That's actually kind of cool. I want that version of the Eclipse where you come down like an RKO. That fits my character more than the Eclipse, actually.
Yeah, yes, it does. You're absolutely right. So anyway,
yes.
What's that?
Oh.
What?
Comment from at JD Ultra. Total eclipse.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I approve of that name.
There you go. So anyway, Mandy Rose set up a ladder and went up the ladder with nobody else in the ring when Carmella came limping back out from the back and limped her way down the ramp. Mandy Rose got down off the ladder and slid out of the ring and attacked Carmella. So Carmella whipped her into a ladder and then hit her with a super kick, somehow being perfectly okay putting weight on the knee she was limping on. That's not a good sell there, Carmella. Anyway, Carmella tried to climb up the ladder, limping as she did so, but Sonya Deville went in and hit Carmella with a spear. She then grabbed Mandy Rose and rolled her in the ring, then put her on her shoulders, Samoa drop style, and carried her up the ladder. And then as she got near the top, she set her down on the ladder properly and kind of pushed her up to the briefcase. But as she was near the top of the ladder, Bayley slid in the other side of the ring, walked up the other side of the ladder, got up the other side of the ladder, looked down at both women like they were lunch, hurled them both off the ladder, and then grabbed the briefcase. Thus, your Miss Money in the Bank, Bayley.
Fair.
Ain't no stopping us now. All right, so Bayley is your winner. Good stuff. Post-match, Bayley was interviewed in the ring by Charlie Caruso, and Caruso mentioned Sasha Banks remaining on Raw while Bayley was on SmackDown, and Bayley said that this just reminded everybody what she's capable of, on her own, because she's not just Bayley; she's Miss Money in the Bank.
She missed an opportunity there because someone else actually coined another phrase, which of course she can't use now because she's, the champ.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, she totally should have used it. And they said that she's Bayley in the Bank.
There you go.
Like, yes, that she should have used that for that interview.
That would have been good. Anyway, let's go to the scores. Let's see where. Okay, so we will go in order. First of all, Sonya Deville gets 6 points for consistent interference. Oh, where the hell is Sonya? There it is. Puts her at 69. All right. Now on to the actual participants. The base on this match is going to be 14. That's 8 for the match, 3 for a specialty, and 3 for weapon use because they were all using ladders like crazy. So 14 at base. We'll start off with Nikki Cross, who gets base 14, 2 points for the double apron trap earlier in the match, and 1 point for the purge.
Okay, then.
Is 17 points to Nikki Cross.
All right.
So we're at 67. By the way, ladies, if I were any of you, I'd look out because there's Twitter video of Nia deadlifting with her knees again. So, yeah.
Okay, then.
So she will be back, and there will be beatings issued.
Becky won belt. You're now on notice.
I guess so. Anyway, Natalya is going to get the base 14, and she's going to get 1 point for a natty by nature. And it's going to be 15 points to Natalya. Let's see, that'll be 48, 52, puts her at 53. All right. We've got Carmella, who is going to get the base 14 and 2 super kick points. Is 16 points to Carmella. Let's see, 16 Carmella. That's going to be 46 and is 52. Okay. And where are we going here? Over here. And then we got Dana Brooke. He is going to get base 14 and a handspring back elbow point. Is 15 points to Dana Brooke.
Wait, what's the base 14?
It's 8 for the match, 3 for a specialty, and 3 for weapon use.
Weapon use. Yeah, okay, you're giving everyone weapon use. That's fair.
Yep. So 15. So that becomes 46, 52 for her as well. All right. And let's see. Then we got Ember Moon, who gets base 14 and gets 5 OMG points and a move point for an Eclipse off a ladder into the ring. It's going to be 20 points even for Ember Moon. See, Ember Moon, 20 points. Puts her at 75. I'll give who did the let me just see. I want to see who hit the. Wait, there it is. Oh, okay. Cool. Moving on. Mandy Rose is going to get the base 14. She's going to get 1 point for a high knee and 1 point for her double underhook facebuster finisher. Is 16 points to Mandy Rose.
Okay.
Yeah, 78 becomes 84. And then we've got Naomi, who is going to get 1 point for the split-legged moonsault onto Bailey on a ladder. And that's going to be 15 points to Naomi.
Okay.
28. What's her 133? And last but certainly not least, your winner, Bailey, is going to get base 14. I'm going to give her an OMG for a sunset flip onto Dana Brooke that nearly murdered her against a ladder.
Okay.
That's going to put her up to 19. She's going to get, obviously, 30 for winning this match. She's going to get 10 for winning a specialty match. Is 40 there. And then another 40 for winning the briefcase is going to be 80, 94, and the 5 is 99 points to Bailey.
God damn.
That's what pay-per-view and making a briefcase a title will do for you.
Yeah.
99 points. And she's just getting started.
She's getting started.
Oh. So 99 points to Bailey. 99. Whoa, jumping around. I said 9 points to Bailey, so that'd be 199. That's going to put her at 204. And a top 10 spot. Not a surprise there. All right.
Whoa, windowception.
Windowception.
Whatever you're doing, it's tracking everything you're doing on the screen. It's weird.
Well, I don't know why it's doing that.
Me neither.
I can try to reset the screen share here and see if that helps. Yeah, I want entire screen. I want application window. There we go. I want that specifically. Okay, let's try that again. Anyway.
All right.
Moving back. So we had that match. That was good. Like I said, oh, and Bailey gets 5 points for the interview promo post-match. Let's not forget that. Up with Bailey at 209, actually. All right, we see replays of Braun Strowman beating up Sami Zayn the last few weeks and then losing his match on Raw and his spot in the Money in the Bank match. We then see Triple H in his office wearing a suit, talking on a cell phone. Sami Zayn walks in and attempts to get Triple H's attention. much to his chagrin. He manages to ask Triple H where Shane is, and Shane said Shane is off preparing for his cage match. He's not available at the moment. And Sami Zayn, after Triple H annoyedly hung up the phone to deal with him, Sami Zayn said that we've got a big problem, and that's Braun Strowman. He's a big problem. You know, I destroyed Braun Strowman to get into the Money in the Bank ladder match. And, you know, now there's all this concern. You know he's not going to take it. He's going to show up. He's going to assault people, interfere in the match. And Triple H said that, let me massage your concerns, Sammy. Braun Strowman is not even here tonight, and he's banned from the building. And Sammy immediately came back saying, hey, you know, in all due respect to Braun, that never really means much. And he asked Triple H for some protection to keep him safe until his match later tonight. Triple H declined, told Sammy to tape up his fists, and then get out of his office. So Sami Zayn left. So promo to Sami Zayn. Rey Mysterio was shown in the locker room with Dominic. Wasn't really a promo, so no points. We had some ads. We come back out to the ringside area where the Raw broadcast team has taken over for the next match, which happens to be Samoa Joe defending his United States Championship against Rey Mysterio. And Dominic was watching from a monitor in the back. He did not come to ringside.
Fair.
So we opened the match up, and Joe hit a kick to the left leg 3 times to knock Mysterio down. The fans were actually chanting Joe. Rey Mysterio charged, hit a Hurricanrana, sent Joe across the ring, then hit a jumping kick to the head, and then a seated senton springboard attack off the top rope. This is where things went awry because Mysterio seated sentons directly onto Joe's nose.
Oh.
That is where Joe began holding his face, and is the reason Joe was profusely bleeding from his nose for the duration of the match.
So Ray broke his nose by sitting on it?
That is what it seems like, yes.
Damn.
Yeah, and, you know, it was clear that the match got abruptly ended because of this. Because Joe worked over Mysterio with a couple of chops, and the referee was talking to both guys, and it was clear Vince was screaming from the back, blood, blood, end the match, end the match!
Okay.
So they went right to the finish. Mysterio hit a Hurricanrana to take Joe down. Basically Hurricanrana him into a package.
Okay.
And got the 3 count off this, despite Joe's left shoulder being about 8 inches off the mat.
So Vince Montreal screw jobbed him?
Sorry, Joe's left shoulder was not on the mat.
So Vince ordered the ref to Montreal screw job him?
I don't know. The fact that they went right to that, I'm assuming the ref told them all, hey, you know, do a roll up and end the match. Vince wants the match ended. And to be fair, everybody sold it because the match ended with the roll. You know, I don't know if the ref got the communique directly and nobody else did or what, but the match ended suddenly with Ray as the champion, and everybody seemed to be shocked by this. So I don't know what happened.
Well, you think the original plan was for Joe to retain?
I don't know what the hell the plan was, but.
So does Ray get an OMG for breaking Joe's nose by sitting on it?
I don't know if we're going to give OMGs to people for injuring people. That doesn't seem conducive.
Okay.
If anything, he would get botch points for landing on Joe's nose.
You could do that. That would be considered a major botch since he broke his nose.
Yeah, I would say that's a major botch, and I would have to say that's Mysterio's fault.
Probably.
Here, let's do this real quick. Let me do this. I can't do that. All right, well, let's just do this then. Let me pop over to here and just do this real quick. You can kind of see here. Look at this application window here. Share this real quick. So as you see in the picture, you can see here's the ref counting, and you can see Joe's left shoulder right there, nowhere near the mat.
Yeah.
So, you see the referee's wearing gloves because he put on gloves to clean up Joe's blood.
Mm-hmm.
So, that happened.
So yeah, he was probably ordered to screw job. He was probably ordered, I don't care what Joe does, you fucking count that 3.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise, that ref should be fucking fired for not doing his job, if that's not the case.
Yeah, I have to assume they were ordered to end the match. I assume that the ref probably told them, "Hey, we're going to end the match right away." And I'm assuming Joe just fucked up because of the pain in his nose distracting him, and he lifted his shoulder when he wasn't supposed to.
Or he was like, "Oh hell no, I'm not going out that way."
Well, I don't know, but either way, he went out that way.
Yeah.
So there you go. So short, sweet, to the point because fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see who had the cage match. Here we go. Okay. So let's see. Samoa Joe gets 8 points for showing up, and that's about it. Showing up and getting his nose broken.
Okay then.
I don't know. Does Joe do a lot of chops to the chest?
Everybody does chops to the chest, so no
That we're
point
not
for them.
that we're not counting it. So then Joe's going to get 8 points for showing up to get his nose broken.
Yep. As far as I can recall right now, there's really only one superstar who would get points for knife edge chops, and that's Charlotte.
Fair.
There's some people who get points for like open-handed chops and shit like that because those are unique. But
Right. Anyway, so Joe will get the 8, which will put him at 76 points. And then Rey Mysterio. I can find Rey Mysterio's. Let's see. Here we go. Rey Mysterio gets 8 points for being in this match. He is going to get himself a point for a Hurricanrana, a point for another Hurricanrana for into the roll-up, and a point for the seated senton that broke the nose. 40 points for winning the U.S. title, 30 for winning a match. I don't know why there's a 3 in there. That's not a specialty match. All right, so we're at 40 and 30 is 70, plus 8 is 78. 3 moves is 81. Minus, what's a major botch? -5?
I think so. Let me look. Major botches -5.
So that's going to drop it down from 81 minus 4 is going to be 76 points to Ray. $76 points to Ray. So it's 86. 86 and 8 becomes 194. All right.
Yes.
All right. So they still did get the angle. Post-match, Joe was stunned. Dominic was happy watching it backstage. Joe was bleeding everywhere. Michael Cole noted that this was Ray's first time ever winning the U.S. title and made Rey Mysterio a Grand Slam champion.
So maybe the intent all along was to have Ray win it to make him a Grand Slam champion.
Yeah. So they showed the replays. The commentators talked about the shoulder being up so they could use that to justify a Joe rematch down the line when his nose is not broken.
Mm-hmm.
Dominic came out and celebrated with Ray. Joe had left, but then as Ray and Dominic got up to the upper ramp area, Joe ran back out and attacked Ray, hit him with some headbutts.
Why would you do that with a broken nose?
Because Joe is an idiot.
Apparently.
He then threw Rey Mysterio in the ring and hit him with a Uranagi slam.
Okay.
Then hit him with another Uranagi slam.
Okay then.
So that's going to be assault and 2 additional points to Joe.
More than that, didn't you say he hit headbutts?
No, that's true.
You don't have to count his headbutts.
Well, it doesn't say, it just says headbutts, so I always default to 2 when it says that.
By the way, your fix didn't fix anything. I can see your article.
Oh, fair enough. Deal with it.
You'll have to look into that in the future.
It's the way Hangouts runs now. I can't help it. To be fair, it never did that in Firefox. It's only doing that shit now on this computer when I'm using Chrome.
Yeah, but it hasn't done that since you switched to Chrome until now.
Yeah, I don't know that. Anyway, hang on a minute. And that's that. All right, I don't know. Anyway. Oh wait a minute, hang on.
Hmm?
It does. I see. It does that when I do that, but if I do this, it goes back. I see what it is. Okay. It's if I were to like put my cursor at the bottom, and you get those little window previews, and then if you scroll on one, it brings the thing up full screen.
Yeah.
It's those window previews that are full screening themselves over the score sheet.
Ah.
If I actually click the thing and open it, it doesn't override it. But if I do the little preview, it brings it up on the screen.
Fair.
That's what's doing that. Okay. Anyway, so like I was saying, Joe gets let's say 4 moves and an assault, so 8 more points to Joe.
Okay.
To put him at 84.
Does he get 3 points for use of a bioweapon?
No.
Because he technically assaulted him with his own blood gushing out of his broken nose.
True. He did have some like tissues and shit shoved in there.
Mm.
Let's
His
see.
entire head was still a walking bioweapon at this point.
Yeah, kind of.
By God, King, we've introduced bio-warfare into the WWE.
So anyway, we also have Michael Cole not understanding how age works,
Okay.
who decided to talk up Dominic as the teenage son of Rey Mysterio when he's 22.
Cole, how long have you known Rey Mysterio? How do you not know how old his son is, you dumb motherfucker?
Yeah. I'm going to take a wild guess that Michael Cole was reading copy off his monitor and somebody in the back fucked up.
Also, you look at Dominic, does he look like a teenager?
Not really. Anyway, Joe then stared at Dominic repeatedly and hit a running senton on Mysterio. One more point to Joe.
Dominic did nothing this entire time.
Dominic did nothing. We haven't admitted to the public that he's a wrestler yet.
Even though the public knows he's a wrestler.
Pretty much. That's not what I want. What the hell? There we go.
Speaking of which, his trainer now works for AEW.
Who's that?
If I may be serious for a moment.
Oh, right, Lance Storm. You know who else is now a producer and trainer at AEW?
Who's that?
Dean Malenko.
Nice.
Indeed.
I think Storm works for AEW. I could be wrong. I thought I saw that somewhere.
Wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me either him or Dean Malenko because Jericho called them.
Yeah, well, I know Malenko works for AEW.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So all that happened. Joe eventually left, and Dominic had to help Rey Mysterio to the back.
Fair.
So, next up, we cut to the backstage area where Braun Strowman is on a tirade ripping shit apart.
Okay.
Where's Sami Zayn? Where's Sami? Grabs a random dude, picks him up like 5 feet in the air and slams into a wall. Where's Sami Zayn? I don't know, man. I haven't seen him.
Bring me Sami.
Pretty much. So, yeah. So Braun Strowman gets a promo for walking around and screaming and damaging things. We cut back out to the arena where the steel cage was lowered around the ring. And we have ourselves a steel cage match between The Miz and the best in the world, Shane McMahon.
This is the feud that never ends.
But Greg Hamilton did the best in the world introduction, and Corey Graves was surprised that Shane McMahon did not get a bigger pop from the Connecticut crowd given the proximity to WWE headquarters.
Mm-hmm.
So, in this steel cage match, you can win by pinfall, submission, or escaping the cage.
Yep.
So the bell rang. Shane tried to climb out of the cage immediately, but the Miz grabbed him, pulled him back in. Then worked him over with some kicks to the chest, a kick to the back. Shane blocked a cage and blocked a kick and slammed Miz into the cage.
Mm.
Shane got a roll up on Miz. The fans were clearly not invested and began in turn chanting for CM Punk and AEW.
Wow.
It was not loud chants, but they were there.
Mm.
Miz got whipped into the cage. Then got whipped into the cage again. Then he put Miz on his shoulders and hit him a neck breaker, got a 2 off it. He set up Miz by the turnbuckle and went for the coast-to-coast dropkick, but Miz caught him as he was going up and applied or coming down rather, and applied a figure 4 leg lock. Shane grabbed the ropes to try to break the hold, but the ref was like, "There's no rope breaks in a cage match, man. I can't help you."
Okay.
Shane then tried to get out the door. And let me just see something here if that was the... Okay, let me amend this because there's a part here. Oh, no, sorry. That's not the part I thought it was. Okay, anyway. So Shane got out of the submission and went for the door, but did not make it out the door. Miz grabbed his legs, held him in the ring. He then dragged Shane back in. However, while Shane was half out of the ring, he did manage to grab a chair and bring it in with him.
Okay.
And so Miz kicked Shane and knocked the chair out of his hand, then picked up the chair, then hit Shane in the back with the chair about 8 times. He then said that this is for the entire Miz family, and then gave Shane a skull-crushing finale onto the chair.
Okay, then.
He went for a pinfall. And this is where we had some controversy, and Michael Cole and Renee Young jumped all over this immediately, where Miz cleared the pinfall, and Shane got his foot on the rope. Okay? But Cole and Renee immediately went off the point that, as we established earlier with the figure 4, there's no rope breaks in a cage match.
Okay.
Why the hell did the referee call for a break on that? There's no rope breaks in a cage match. And Corey Graves speculated that, well, you got to remember that despite the fact that he competes, Shane McMahon is the boss around here. Maybe referee's a little concerned for his own job and well-being here. So, yeah, some indication of maybe Shane abusing his influence here. So it says here it was Cole that covered it for the referee, so I don't know. Anyway, the fans chanted bullshit. And Cole added that the WWE Universe was voicing their displeasure. And so Miz then set Shane up on the top rope and teased that he was going to do a skull-crushing finale off the top rope, but Shane managed to knock Miz down before that happened. Shane then started climbing up the cage. Miz hit Shane in the leg with a chair to stop him from going up. Shane and Miz then both climbed up to the top of the cage and were sitting up there, working each other over with punches. Shane's legs were over the side of the cage as Miz tried to ram his head into it. Miz then slammed Shane down from the top of the cage into the ring. And Miz then hit, and John Canton emphasizes, he put this in all caps to make a point, the worst-looking splash off the top.
Why would he do that instead of just climbing down? What a dumbass.
He got a 2 count off that. John Canton says it's the splash was so bad it made Tamina's shitty splash look good. Yeah, it looks like
splash isn't that bad. It's the Superfly.
Yeah, well, apparently what happened is when, in order to not potentially injure himself, Miz very visibly caught himself on his feet before landing on Shane.
Oh.
And that was apparently the cause for concern. Well, anyway, as after Miz hit this slam was kind of a bit in a bad position, Shane had the wherewithal to lift his legs up and pull Miz into a triangle choke. And Miz then countered this by picking Shane up and slamming him down into a pin attempt for a 2. Shane then got kicked out and tried to climb out the door again, but Miz grabbed him again, catapulted him into the cage. But Miz, off the catapult, actually grabbed the cage and started climbing. Miz then went up top of Batista, superplex off the top of the cage into the ring, but Shane managed to hold on to the cage. And Miz grabbed onto Shane's jersey. And so, Shane kind of let go and managed to, because the way the jersey only holding him, Miz couldn't hold the jersey, and Shane slipped off and landed on the floor and won the match.
So he just took his shirt off.
I think it's more that he managed to get his shirt to slide out of Miz's hand because Miz couldn't support Shane's entire weight with the shirt alone. It would have this shirt just slipped out of his hands. There was no way he could hold it. So something like that. Either way, Shane McMahon, the best in the world, your winner here.
I imagine the crowd was pissed.
Yeah. So, let's go to the scoring for this match. Let's see, over here. Steel cage match. All right, so The Miz is your loser. He's going to get the base 8 plus 3 for a specialty. It's going to be 11 at base, plus a total of 12 points. 3 for use of a chair, 3 for evading a coast-to-coast, 1 for a figure 4 leg lock, 1 for a skull-crushing finale, 1 for a series of punches, and 3 for escaping the triangle choke. It's 23 points to The Miz.
Okay.
Three, 25. Whoa. There we go. All right, then Shane O'Mac won this match. And so he's going to, let's see, where's it over here. So Shane O'Mac is going to get the 8 plus 3 base 11 again. He's going to get 3 for escaping a figure 4, 3 for evading a skull-crushing finale, 1 for the triangle choke, and 1 by escaping the cage. Therefore, 30 for a win in a pay-per-view, 10 for a specialty win. The base 11 and the 7 move points is a total of 58 points to Shane O'Mac.
Wow.
It would be, so let's say 58 becomes 59, becomes 199. All righty. So that's cool. We cut backstage where Triple H and some other guys are running through the backstage area with some referees. They run to a specific backstage area where we see Sami Zayn unconscious, hanging upside down from his feet. Like a vampire sleeping. It was weird. And just hanging up there, and they're like, what's going on? What's going on? And Triple H yelled at the camera guys to get the hell out of there, and very shittily pulled over a black curtain that was nearby to cover what they were trying to get Sami down. So, not really promo points for that. It just happened.
Yeah.
We then cut back out to the ringside area, where we have been joined by Vic Joseph, Nigel McGuinness, and Aiden English. Because it is time for the Cruiserweight Championship match. Tony Nese is the champion, so of course he came out first.
Yep.
Stupid. And then, but I understand why, because Arya Daivari came out second and drove a Mercedes into the arena.
Yes, he did.
So, stylish. The international announce teams were there: Portuguese, Russian, Japanese, Hindi, French, and Mandarin. And we then had ourselves a Cruiserweight Championship match.
Yep, it was okay.
Yeah, Tony Nese used speed to counter some of the moves Daivari did and hit a leg drop to the back of the head. Daivari then hit a jawbreaker. He grabbed the Nese's head and then pulled his eyes across the top rope as if he was blinding him.
Yeah.
He worked over Nese with some punches. The announcers put over Daivari being undefeated in 2019. He hooked Nice's legs for a submission attempt, but Nice drove Daivari face first into the turnbuckle as a counter. He then hit a running knee and a spinning heel kick. The crowd did not give a shit.
No, they didn't.
Tony Nese yelled at them to try to get them to give a shit. They still didn't give a shit. He then hit a kick to the head, a moonsault off the middle rope, got a 2. Daivari reversed DDT for a 2. Nice with a forearm to the chest. Daivari came back with a kick to the face, then kicked Nice repeatedly while he was tied up in the ropes. Nice ended up out on the floor, avoided an attack on the floor, hit a forearm to the face, went up top, but Daivari came up and hooked the arms into a slam for a 2 count. Back in the ring, Nice sent Daivari out of the ring with a dive over the top to the floor. Nice then hit a 450 back in the ring, got a 2 off it. He ran the ropes right into a super kick. Daivari went up top, hit the Persian Lion Splash, and then a hammerlock lariat, but only got a 2.
Yeah.
And Joe pointed that Daivari puts everyone away with that sequence. This is unprecedented. Tony Nese then came back with an open palm strike, a top rope hurricanrana. Daivari crawled to the turnbuckle, ate a running Nese, and Tony Nese retains the Cruiserweight title.
Yep, pretty much.
Points.
So we have Arya Daivari, your loser. 8 for being in a match, 6 for countering a pump handle driver and the first running Nese attempt, 9 for evading 2 springboard moonsaults and another pump handle driver attempt, 5 for the moves that he did, the full Nelson twisting reverse DDT, cross arm drag slam, super kick, Persian Lion Splash, and hammerlock lariat. And -3 for a minor botch because the dumb shit fell down attempting to apply a reverse Boston Crab, and the commentary team had to cover his ass.
Oops.
Because he literally flipped him over. Jericho said like he's going to apply it, and promptly fell on his knee. Like he just could not stay standing trying to flip Tony Nese over.
Oh, jeez.
And the commentary team was like, Tony Nese with the leg strength driving Daivari to his knees. I'm like, no, the dumbass fell down. Nice try, though. Because, Tony Nese, quite a large man compared to Arya Daivari.
Yeah.
So total 25 points to Arya Daivari.
Okay. 25. So that's going to be 75 and 6 is 181.
All right.
All right.
And your winner and still Cruiserweight champion, the abs of 205 Live, Tony Nese.
Precisely.
8 for wrestling the match, 30 for winning the match, 20 for retaining the title, 6 points for countering the first cross arm drag slam attempt and countering the first hammerlock lariat. 8 points for moves of the premier combo, the spinning wheel kick, the springboard moonsault, corkscrew plancha, 450 splash, the rising palm strike, the super hurricane rana, and the running Nese for a total of 72 points.
Nice. Becomes 82 and 3 becomes 285. Not bad at all. All right. We then cut backstage to Braun Strowman. Triple H walks up to Braun and immediately blames him, saying that he attacked Sami Zayn. And Braun is like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I haven't found him yet. And Hunter told him if he thinks he's going to take Sami's place in the Money in the Bank match, that's not going to happen. Braun again emphasized that he didn't do a damn thing. And Hunter said that, Braun, I'm not going to have security. Call the police to have you arrested. I'm not going to have security escort you out. I'm not going to go through all that because, quite frankly, you and I know it's just a joke. I'm going to ask you as a professional and as your boss, please leave. And Braun was like, whatever, man. And Braun left. He was not seen for the remainder of the evening.
They're going to have Braun destroy Brock, aren't they?
We'll see. If they did, they'd finally use Brock for something good.
Yeah.
So anyway, after that happened, we got the commercial for the Super Showdown.
That all the superstars are abandoning ship on.
Only 3. And to be fair, Sammy wasn't at the last time either because Syrian and Daniel Bryan has the authority to not go, mostly because of their stance on homosexuals.
Yep. Kevin Owens isn't going to go either.
That's because his family asked him not to go.
Oh.
That's what he said. His family asked him not to go, and he respected their wishes and asked Vince, and they said that was fine. So. Who cares about that? We got a 57-year-old man versus a 52-year-old man.
Whoa.
I'm estimating those ages. I have no idea if they're correct. I know I'm closer on The Undertaker than I probably am on Goldberg.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, commentators talked up what happened with Sami Zayn, and Cole told us that Sami Zayn was taken to a local medical facility. There's a note here. Apparently, hospital is on WWE's banned word list for commentators. Didn't know that.
Okay, then.
So anyway, Cole emphasized that meant that neither Sami Zayn nor Braun Strowman would be in the Money in the Bank, and we didn't know what the hell was going to happen with that 8th slot. We then had a video package for the Becky Lynch versus Lacey Evans Raw Women's title match. And then we had that match. Lacey Evans had a cool entrance where she came out with these guns that were shooting money that had Lacey Evans' face on them.
Okay, then.
And Lacey Evans money. Becky got two belts got a massive pop. There were a lot of girls in the crowd holding signs for Becky. They got good shots of those. And then we had Becky versus Lacey Evans for the Raw Women's Championship. Becky opened up very aggressively, sent Lacey out of the ring, baseball slide drop kick, then threw her back in the ring. Lacey managed to come back by sending the back of Lynch into the turnbuckle with an armbar takedown. The fans were humming Becky Lynch's theme song.
Okay, then.
Becky Lynch then came back and worked. Hang on, I'm confused.
You are confuzzled.
I hate it when Ken does this. Lynch worked on the left arm of Lynch. No, I don't think that happened.
I'm going to say Canton is not the smartest tool in the shed.
Anyway, I'm going to say Lacey Evans worked on the left arm of Becky Lynch by stretching it against the ring post. She then hit a punch followed by a trip and an elbow drop for a 2 count. Becky then came back with an arm drag takedown, and then Evans with a neck breaker for another 2. Lacey Evans then took out her handkerchief and wiped the sweat off her brow and then threw it in Becky's face.
Okay, then.
Is that a weapon use?
Did she get DQ'd for it?
No.
No.
Fair enough. Anyway, Becky Lynch then kicked Lacey in the face, then hit a clothesline off the middle rope, then 2 more clotheslines, a kick to the chest, and a Bexploder suplex. She then hit a forearm against a turnbuckle, went up a big missile dropkick, knocking Evans out of the ring. Then a forearm to knock Evans down on the floor. Back in the ring, Becky got a 2 count off of all this. Lacey Evans then hit a bulldog headlock out of the corner and a kick to the face. Becky Lynch then tried for an armbar, but Lacey Evans got to the ropes. Then hit a forearm to the back of the knee. When she got a roll up on Lynch, the referee didn't count because he was checking on the shoulder situation to make sure the shoulders were down. Becky Lynch then rolled it over into a disarmor submission, and Lacey Evans quickly tapped out.
Hey, question. When Lacey Evans threw the handkerchief or whatever in Becky's face, was it in front of the ref?
I don't know. I'm assuming so. It doesn't say it wasn't.
Okay, if it was in front of the ref, then yeah, no, that doesn't count because he didn't DQ her, so it doesn't
That's
qualify
fair.
as a weapon.
So there's the match. Post-match, Graves was very pissed off that the referee didn't count the fall when Lacey Evans had Becky down and he was checking the shoulders, saying that he didn't know what the hell was wrong with referees tonight. Between the Joe shoulder and now this. So let's go to the points care of Tiff over here. So Lacey Evans gets 8 points for being in a match. 1 for an armbar takedown, 1 for a punch. I don't think a trip is really a move exactly. And the punch wasn't the woman's right. Elbow drop, neck breaker, a bulldog, 1 kick, 3 for escaping an armbar. I'm just going to go with it. The hell with it. It's 17 points to Lacey Evans. He is 27, 31. And then the winner, Becky Lynch, gets 30 for winning the match, 25 for retaining her title, 8 for being in the match, 1 for a baseball slide drop kick, 1 for an arm drag takedown, 1 for a kick, 3 for clotheslines, 1 for another kick, 1 for the Bexploder suplex, a missile drop kick, and the disarm her. A total of 73 points to Becky Lynch. Let's see, 73 and 73 is, let's see, 1, that's 146, 246 then. All right, top 10 for Becky, 2 belts. Becky Lynch celebrated at ringside with her belts and was high-fiving fans at ringside area when all of a sudden Charlotte's music hit and Charlotte came out. Big smile on her face. The commentators pointed out that the match with Charlotte wasn't scheduled to take place until later tonight, and Becky was going to have a rest period in between. But Charlotte gets in the ring and is like, come on, Becky, let's do this right now. And Becky is like, all right. So Becky got in the ring. They didn't really do an announcing for them, but Mike Chioda held up the SmackDown Women's title, and we had another match. Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Charlotte started off aggressive. Becky missed an attack off the middle ropes, and Flair moved out of the way. She did manage to whip Charlotte to the corner. Flair landed on the apron, hit a boot to the face. Becky slammed Flair off the top, and then got a roll-up for 2. Flair worked over Lynch with some chops. Becky countered with a kick to the head. Flair blocked that kick with a forearm, and then applied a Boston Crab submission. Becky managed to grab the bottom rope to break that hold. Charlotte and Becky then exchanged forearms with the crowd reacting to every shot. Flair ended that with a kick to the knee. Becky avoided a kick to the face and hit a forearm. Charlotte then took control by grabbing Becky's neck against the bottom rope. She went for a natural selection on the ring apron, but Becky held on to the rope and countered it. The referee then started counting Charlotte out outside on the floor. As Charlotte, when she went over off of this natural selection, given the somersault nature of that maneuver, landed back first on the floor. And was having some trouble getting up. And while the referee was looking at Charlotte, counting her and looking to see if she was okay, Lacey Evans had come back out and proceeded to deck Becky with a woman's right through the ropes. Charlotte managed to get up and get in the ring to beat the 10 count. Went for a slam, which Becky countered into an inside cradle. Flair came back from that into a boot to the face, however, and covered Becky for the pinfall to win the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Off of a big boot? That's kind of disappointing.
Off of a big boot.
Wow.
The emphasis was supposed to be off of a big boot after Becky had just taken a woman's right.
True, but come on.
That was supposed to be the point. It's supposed to sell Lacey as being the reason she lost. Not all that win makes Charlotte Flair a 9-time women's champion.
All right, points.
And there were people in the audience with signs that said Charlotte 9 belts. So, points indeed. Like over to where is Tiff's document? Here we go. All right. So, Lacey Evans gets 6 for an interference and 1 for the woman's right. Is 7 points to Lacey Evans. So 138 for the evening so far. We then have Becky Lynch Gets 8 for being in the match, 1 for a kick, 3 for escaping a Boston Crab, 3 for evading a kick, 3 for evading natural selection, 3 for countering the slam attempt. Is 21 points to Becky Lynch. Is 267. And then we've got ourselves the winner of the match, Charlotte Flair. Gets 30 for winning this match, 50 for winning a title is 80, 8 for base is 88, and 3 moves for a boot to the face, the chops to the chest, and another boot to the face is a total of 91 points to Charlotte Flair. Ninety is 185, and just knock Charlotte right into the top 10. All right. Post-match, Charlotte taunted Becky with a new title, and Becky Lynch was pissed off as hell and attacked Lacey Evans at ringside. Charlotte slid out of the ring and assisted Lacey Evans as they proceeded to double-team Becky Lynch. They threw her in the ring, worked her over with chops, beating her up in the corner, and eventually Bayley came out to make the save, briefcase in hand. She knocked Charlotte down with a clothesline, kneed Lacey Evans in the face, hit her with a suplex to send her out of the ring. Flair attacked Bayley from behind with a forearm to the back of the head. She then stomped away on Becky Lynch in the corner. She then charged at Bayley, who moved, and Charlotte went flying face first into the middle turnbuckle, which basically knocked her out.
Okay.
The crowd cheered loudly for Bayley, who looked at her case, cashed it in. Mike Chioda rang the bell. Bayley dragged Flair's corpse out of the corner, hit her with a big Macho Man elbow drop off the top rope, got a 1-2-3, and Bayley became your new SmackDown Women's Champion.
And Bayley has made history.
She has.
She is the first ever WWE Women's Grand Slam champion.
Oh, on Twitter they called it Triple Crown.
She was Triple Crown when she won the tag titles. She's now Grand Slam because think about it. NXT Women's Champion, Raw Women's Champion, Women's Tag Team Champion, and now the SmackDown Women's Champion. She's held 4 women's belts in the WWE.
True, but I don't think WWE is acknowledging the NXT one because it's not main roster. But you are correct. Because the picture they put out was of 3 Baileys holding respectively the Raw title on the bottom, then the tag title in the middle, and then the SmackDown title on the top, and a big proclaiming headline, "Congratulations on new Triple Crown champion Bayley."
Yeah, which is bullshit because NXT Women's Championship is still a WWE Women's Championship. You can't say that it's not WWE.
Yeah.
So no, she is a Grand Slam champion. Thank you very much.
Fair enough. Anyway. So, first of all, everybody's going to get some assault points.
Mm-hmm.
So, Becky 1 belt will get assault points. So, that's 4, puts her at 271. Then assault points to Charlotte, as well as chops. It's 5 points to Charlotte, puts her at 190.
By the way.
Yep.
You might want to change Becky 1 belt to Raw.
That is true. Good call. Not that it matters. Hashtag wildcard.
Yeah.
So anyway. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm being weird here. I don't know what it is. There we go. Anyway. So, Lacey Evans gets assault.
Yes. Doesn't she? Did you give her interference already?
Yep.
Okay.
She got interference in a woman's right. And then Bailey gets assault points.
Yep.
There's 4, which do 213. And then we have a match. Charlotte gets 8 points for being in that match, and that's about it.
Even though she wasn't conscious during that match.
Yeah, well, there's no rule. That rule saying you have to fluctuates.
Yeah, that's right. Isn't it when you cash in? Doesn't the person you're cashing in and have to be lucid?
That rule has gone in and out of legitimacy over the course of time.
Okay, then.
Sometimes it depends on what they want to do.
Hmm.
Anyway, so Bailey is going to get 50 points for a winning of the women's title. 30 for winning a match is 80. 8 for being in a match is 88. And 1 for the elbow drop is 89 more points to Bailey.
God damn.
Becomes 99. And 3 puts Bailey at 302.
What the fuck?
Bailey is now guaranteedly number 2 on the roster. She's still 100 points behind Kofi, but
That is bullshit.
that is how the cookie crumbles, my good sir. That, ladies and gentlemen, is proof anything can happen in World Wrestling Entertainment.
Wow.
All right. Moving on. Just make sure I have everything correct from that. Chops, yeah, and then yeah, right, that's fine. Okay, and then we got that. Yep. All right. Cool. So we can close out Tiff's document because that's all of her matches. All right, crowd pop big for the title change. Corey Graves complained that this was the worst night in the history of WWE officiating because the ref didn't get Charlotte back to her feet.
He's not wrong.
Phillips pointed out that Flair got greedy trying to attack Bailey, and Bailey moved. Flair hit the turnbuckle, and Bailey capitalized to win the title. Basically making the point that Charlotte knocked herself out. It's her own damn fault.
But Corey is right that the rule technically stipulates both competitors must be lucid, and the ref didn't check it and stop Bailey from starting the match. The ref just immediately started the match without doing it, so he kind of technically did not do his job.
Except that the existence of that rule and whether or not that is in fact a rule has changed over the course of time. Anyway, Bailey celebrated the win, gave a lot of fans high fives at ringside. People went nuts. They loved it.
Mm-hmm.
There were some replays, more Bailey posing, and we moved on. Commercials for stuff. We see Roman Reigns backstage, walking down a hallway.
Okay.
We see Elias come up behind Roman Reigns and not notice. We see Roman Reigns take a guitar to the back.
Okay, then.
Roman Reigns collapses, and Elias leaves the heap of the guitar and proceeds to walk out to the ring.
So, weapon use to Elias?
Yeah, that would be a weapon shot to Elias. It's a weapon use and it's an assault, actually.
No, it isn't. It was only one hit.
Yeah, only one hit counts when it's a move, not when it's a weapon.
So, if someone uses a weapon, that constitutes an assault?
That's my feeling, yes.
I didn't know that. I just always assumed, regardless, if it's only one hit, then it's not constituting an assault. That's the way I've been scoring it anyway.
Yeah, it hasn't come up that much yet. Actually, we can discuss it. Personally, I mean, I won't give it for tonight if it's a concern. But personally, I believe that if it's a weapon use, because of the amount of damage a weapon use does more than just a move, I think it warrants constituting an assault because you assaulted them with a weapon. I'm sorry, that's what anybody would call it.
Fair.
One punch to the face or one RKO out of nowhere is okay. You hit him with an RKO out of nowhere. But with a weapon, it's not, he just came up and hit him with a steel chair. No, he assaulted him with a steel chair.
Fair.
So Elias will get 4 for the assault and 3 for that. Is 7 points to Elias, which is 115. Elias then went out to the ringside to the ring with his guitar, and because Elias had broken his acoustic guitar on Roman's back, he got in the ring where he had an electric guitar.
Okay, then.
It was a nice white one. And he claimed that he was not just the biggest acquisition in SmackDown history, but in all of WWE history. And to that, Vince McMahon texted him saying that because of Elias, Vince could sleep peacefully at night knowing the future of the WWE is in good hands.
Okay, then.
And Elias said that made him feel good, but he wondered why, you would come to a morally substandard toilet bowl like Hartford.
Hmm?
And it said that with the big dog out of the way, the era of Elias can begin. And Elias sang a song about how, people here are so boring. I bring energy to the world. No one wants to hear Roman talk. And I just took the big dog for a walk. Something like that.
Okay, then.
Yeah, North Carolina is a beautiful place. I understand why the Whalers left because Hartford is a disgrace.
Wow.
That's a 22-year-old NHL reference, by the way.
Hey, as long as people of Hartford got it, that's all that matters.
Yeah, Elias thanked the crowd, said he loved none of the fans, and said that he was going to get the hell out of Hartford now. Elias walked up the ramp, posed on the stage, and then Roman Reigns' music hit. Elias turned around into a Superman punch, rolled down the ramp, got thrown in the ring. The bell rang. Roman Reigns ducked Elias, went off the ropes, hit him with a spear, and pinned him in 7 seconds.
Wow.
And the commentators talked of that made Roman Reigns the true greatest acquisition in SmackDown history.
Why? Because he beat a scrub in 7 seconds?
I guess so. Also, so yeah, I don't. Kind of surprising they didn't do more here. I get they wanted to really have Roman be dominant, but especially given they lost most of the Ray match to the injury, you'd think they could have had them do a few more moves here to kill some time.
Yeah, you would think.
But I'm assuming they gave. I'm going to take a wild guess. They gave extra time to Seth and AJ.
Either that or they gave extra time to the men's Money in the Bank to set up Brock.
Or that. All right. So, Elias is going to get a promo for that pre-match promo. So that's 5 for a promo and 8 for being in the match. It's 13 more points to Elias. 128. Roman Reigns is going to get 4 for an assault.
I thought he only Superman punched him in the back, or turned around into a Superman punch, and then he just threw him in the ring.
He Superman punched him and then was like knocking him down the ramp and grabbed him and physically threw him in the ring. So
fair.
There's a bunch of stuff. Anyway, so Roman gets 4 for a pre-match assault. He's going to get 30 for winning this match, 8 for being in it. That's 43. 1 for the Superman punch is 44, and a spear is 45 points to Roman. Let's see, it's 70, 87, 97, 07, 17, and 222. Okay, Roman back in the top 10 for now. More commercials. We got some of them there video packages. And then we have the Universal Championship match between Seth Rollins and AJ Styles.
This was the match of the night.
Yes, it was. We got the big championship introductions. AJ got a loud pop. Seth got a louder pop.
Mm-hmm.
And they kicked ass.
Yeah, this was a great match.
Yeah, I agree. Did you want to talk about this one?
I mean, this was a straight up counter fest.
Yeah.
Counter evasion fest. AJ was pulling out everything, trying to apply multiple calf crushers and shit, trying to ground Seth. Seth was flying left, right, and center, thinking he was 205 pounds. And literally countering everything AJ Styles did.
Yeah, there was a great moment where Styles countered a ripcord knee into an Ushigarashi knee.
Yeah. There was another great near the end. This was like the fucking counter of the night, where Seth went for a curb stomp and AJ just stood up into a Styles clash.
Yeah, that was great.
I was like, what the shit? 1-2 kick out. I was like, okay. I don't know how Seth kicked out of that, but okay.
Yeah. No, Styles didn't know how he kicked out of that either.
And then Revolutionary curb stomp 1, 2, 3.
No, ripcord knee countering a phenomenal forearm.
Oh, that's right. That's right. He did, because he was like, all right, fuck it. I'm just going to forearm his ass. And he jumped off. He just like, nope. Did he like super kick him out of the forearm and then Revolution knee and then curb stomp?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's called the Revolution knee. It's not called the ripcord knee.
Tell that to Michael Cole.
He called it the Revolution knee. That's why I realized what it was.
Well, at one point in the match, somebody called it the ripcord knee.
I think that the technical name of the move is a ripcord knee strike.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Seth calls it the Revolution knee.
All right.
And I'm pretty sure they called it that at least once during the match because he tried it multiple times. Maybe Cole wasn't the one that called it that, but then again, it's Cole, so it wouldn't surprise me if he's the one that got the name of the move wrong.
Either way, that led to a kick to the gut and a curb stomp, and Seth Rollins with a title retention.
Yep. This was a fantastic match.
Indeed.
So AJ Styles gets 8 points for the match. Wait, what did I do? That's not right. Hang on a second. I flubbed this.
You fucked up. You fucked up. You
Pretty
fucked
much. He should have less points. There we go. Okay, so 8 points for me in the match.
How is it the one season you don't have AJ is the season you try to give him extra points?
I don't know. So 8 for being in the match, 6 for countering the Revolution knee and a curb stomp, 3 for evading another curb stomp, 7 move points for a standing drop kick, a sliding knee strike, the Ushigoroshi, rack bomb, which he doesn't use often, but it is a signature move, calf crusher, the phenomenon, which is the springboard move where he flips over them and does a reverse DDT, and a Styles clash for a total of 24 points to AJ
nice,
Styles.
And he had 6, puts him at 230. Nice even number.
And your winner, Seth freaking Rollins.
Yep.
8 for the match, 30 for winning the match, 25 for retaining the title, 15 for countering 2 Styles clashes, 2 phenomenal forearms, and a calf crusher, 6 for evading a phenomenal blitz and a Pele kick, and 15 move points for a jumping knee drop, buckle reverse STO, 2 suicide dives, a sling blade, springboard clothesline, a buckle bomb, frog splash, inverted suplex, falcon arrow, 3 super kicks, a revolution knee, and a curb stomp.
Yeesh.
Yeah, he did a lot of stuff.
Sounds like it.
Total of 99 points to Seth freaking Rollins.
Okay. $99?
Yes.
Cool. 99, that's 09, 19, 29, 39, 49, 59, 259. Bam. Not bad at all.
I believe he's now number 2.
No, Bailey's at 300 something.
Fuck Bailey.
I'm sure some people would like to.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, Bailey's at 302.
Bullshit.
Kofi's still at 406.
That's gonna change.
Indeed. Anyway, moving on. After the match, Rollins sat against Rose for the title. Styles slowly left the ring. He then got back in the ring. They had a long stare down, and then they shook hands very respectfully.
Yeah.
We then cut to the backstage area for the New Day. Kofi was interviewed with Xavier Woods and Charlie Caruso conducting, and Kofi said that he did what he did at WrestleMania because of New Day. That is true. And Xavier said that Kofi told Kofi he's going to get the job done against Kevin Owens, and said that he'll respect Kofi's wishes and stay in the back and not come out and get involved. And Kofi then complained about Owens attacking Xavier Woods week after week, and said that he's going to show Kevin Owens that if you think you can attack brothers to get to the WWE title, you cannot. And Kofi walked off, and Xavier said, "See, that's why he is your WWE World Heavyweight Champion." Promo to Kofi and Xavier. All right. We went out to the ring where the Lucha House Party came out. And the commentators referred to this being a six-man tag match. But unfortunately, what we got was Lars Sullivan.
Okay, then.
Grand Metalik jumped onto him, so Sullivan caught him and slammed him on the floor. Then did the same thing to Lince Dorado. Then climbed up onto, grabbed Kalisto as he tried to come out, got up onto the apron, and headbutted Kalisto so hard he busted his own head open.
Okay, then.
I'm assuming he got caught on part of Kalisto's mask or something.
I can see that.
So Lars Sullivan was bleeding from a spot on his head that started dripping down the front of his face on his nose. He picked up Kalisto, hit him with a running powerbomb. Then wait, some forearms, then a running powerbomb, then made some angry faces and did some grunting, and then he left.
Okay, then.
So Lucha House Party get 5 points each for showing up on the program and attempting to have a match. And Lars Sullivan gets an assault and a powerbomb.
Okay, then.
So let's see here. We have 5 points to Grand Metalik. Five points to Kalisto. And 5 points to Lince Dorado. Um, 81. And then actually Lars gets more than that, actually. Because Lars Sullivan is going to get 4 for an assault and 1 for the powerbomb. But he's also going to get 6 more points for countering the suicide dive attempts by Metalik and Dorado.
Okay.
Because he caught them. So that's 6 and 4. So 11 points to Lars Sullivan. Which puts him at 66.
I think you messed up the Lucha House Party.
How so?
You gave them 5 points. They should get 8. It's a pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah. Good call.
So give them 3 more points apiece.
Sounds good. Thank you for saving Tiff's points.
Mm-hmm. It better not come back to bite me in the ass.
If it does, it makes up for the more than number of times that she saved you points.
True.
Moving on. We had a commercial. NXT TakeOver 25 will be Saturday, June 1st on the WWE Network. So check that out. We had the video package for the WWE title match. We then had the entrance of Kevin Owens as a challenger. Kofi then got a nice ovation for the match, although it was apparently nothing that special compared to the earlier reactions. Kofi had a tray of pancakes that he threw into the crowd along the way. We saw Xavier watching on a monitor backstage.
I was actually surprised by how little the Connecticut crowd gave a shit about Kofi.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Really?
Yeah. To be fair, they were exhausted after the freaking AJ and Seth match, and a lot of them probably went to the bathroom. That really wasn't good putting 2 world title matches back to back.
Well, they didn't have a choice. Where else were they going to put it? They only had one match left after that.
Yeah, that's true. Fair enough.
And they weren't going to
Right.
make it earlier because it's WWE. The title matches always go at the end.
Tell that to Brock.
Well, that's because Brock demanded it be first. It was originally scheduled to be at the end.
Yeah.
But Brock's ego wouldn't let him do it unless it was at the very end. And so he's like, fuck you, I'm going to do it first and go home. Which just shows how little he gave a shit about the title.
Yep. Anyway, Kofi and Owens, what do you think of this match?
It was good. Kofi held his own. I thought it was a pretty good match. I will give them this. They told an excellent story in the match.
Indeed.
But it was nothing overly special or glamorous. I mean, it's KO, so it was heel KO, so it's just basically this match was all Kofi. KO didn't do fucking anything because it's heel KO, so it was mostly brawl, and brawl some more.
Right. He did hit a frog splash onto the apron.
He hit some moves, but Kofi hit more. Also, a lot of the stuff that KO tried to do, Kofi countered.
Right, that's fair.
Though I will give credit to the spot. I still don't understand why he did it, but KO took Kofi's shoes off and threw them out of the ring.
I saw that. That was weird.
Like, what did that accomplish aside from screwing you because now you have to breathe Kofi's foot gas?
Yeah.
Like, you just kind of fucked yourself, KO. Now you can't breathe. I mean, you do realize his finishing move is a kick. You literally just turned his finishing move into a bioweapon. Good job.
Yeah.
So yeah, that made absolutely no sense to me.
Yeah.
Also, that makes it a little more dangerous for Kofi because his move is a kick. Without the shoes, it's now easier for him to, break his ankle when trying to do the kick because there's no padding, nothing there.
Well, he did have tape wrapped around his ankle.
He did, but still, it's effectively a bare foot.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was dumb. I was like,
I'm assuming that's why he had the tape on, because he knew he was going to have to hit the move in bare feet.
He probably tapes his feet anyway, just because it's a kick.
That's true.
I'm like, what was the point in that? It's not like there was anything special about the shoes that gave him any powers. Again, you literally turned his finishing move into a bioweapon he could use against you. And you put him into a dangerous situation where he could potentially, hurt himself. He literally put the title in jeopardy, the championship in jeopardy. And I'm like, why would you do this? This seemed like a stupid decision all around.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from that, it was a pretty damn good match. Just the crowd wasn't that into it. Like I said, maybe it was fatigue. I don't know. Maybe it was just Connecticut. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, it was a serviceable match. Kofi held his own and showed that he does in fact deserve to be the champion. Kofi put on a damn good match. I will give him credit.
Fair enough. Decent match.
Yeah, KO pulled off the shoes and Kofi got up. Trouble in Paradise 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Kofi, I think it was a tweet, tweeted out an image of him holding up his shoes saying, "No shoes, no problem."
Yep. Fair enough. Points.
So, Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens.
Clap, 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 clap.
What do you got?
What do I got? I got...
Or did you fuck it up again?
I fucked it up again. You have to forgive me. I scored this at work, so...
You fail. You get nothing. Good day, sir.
I get a lot of points. Is what I get. Anyway, 8 for wrestling in a pay-per-view, 6 for countering an SOS and a Trouble in Paradise, and 6 for 2 super kicks, running senton, a frog splash, a pop-up powerbomb, and a KO stunner. For a total of 20 points to KO.
Okay, 20 points. So 160. All right.
And your winner, and still WWE
World Heavyweight Champion
Kofi Kingston, who was apparently wearing the Ghana flag as ring gear.
Nice.
Yeah, or at least it was the colors. It was the green and gold and stuff. So, also colors of Money in the Bank. So there you go, double duty.
Yep.
So 8 for the match, 30 for the win, 25 for the retention, 18 points for countering 2 power bombs, 2 stunners, a super kick, and a swanton bomb. And 7 points for Moose for a leaping clothesline, his comeback combo. Even though it's his comeback combo, even if that's not listed as if we know what it is.
Yeah.
The boom drop, double foot stomp, the SOS, 2 troubles in Paradise, total of 88 points to Kofi Kingston. Yeah, because the first Trouble in Paradise, he Trouble in Paradise him and KO rolled out the ring.
Okay, fair enough. No, 88 becomes 499.
God damn.
Also, I think it's Also, I gotta make a point. I think it's triple duty because aren't those also the colors of the Jamaican flag?
Yes, they are.
Fair enough. Xavier Woods came out and joined him for a brief celebration.
Yeah.
We had another commercial for Super Showdown. And interestingly, there, I don't know if you saw I don't know if you've seen any of the Super Showdown commercials.
No.
They are hyping this up. The tagline they're hyping up is this. The Super Showdown. It says could. I thought they said will, but Super Showdown will be equal to or exceed WrestleMania.
Yeah, no one gives a shit about Super Showdown except for the damn Saudis.
Yeah.
They're literally the only people in the whole fucking world, aside from Vince, that cares about the Super Showdown. I'm sorry.
There. All right, so we then brought out the announced team for the main event, which consisted of Michael Cole, Corey Graves, and Byron Saxton. And we had our gentlemen come out. Baron Corbin came out first, and Mike Rome was forced to read his long list of accomplishments.
Yes.
Then we had Finn Balor, the Intercontinental Champion, the one and only Ricochet, Andrade, with Zelina Vega, who went back to the back, Ali, Drew McIntyre, and Randy Orton. And it was noted that we're starting this as a 7-man match because Sami Zayn has not been replaced. So the show started with a brawl, much like the women's match. Orton left the ring and immediately suplexed Ali onto an announce table. Ricochet and Balor then double clotheslined Corbin out of the ring. Balor hit a somersault dive onto some dudes on the floor. Orton then slammed Balor onto an announce table. Ricochet tried to attack Orton, but Orton sidestepped him and slammed Ricochet through the announce table. There was a Randy Orton chant. Orton then set up a ladder under the briefcase, but he took his time and taunted and wasted time. So Andrade came back, hit him with a springboard dropkick on the ladder, and then a back elbow to the face. McIntyre and Corbin, they got in the ring and worked over Andrade and Balor. I'm confused. What just happened here? Over Andrade, Orton, and Balor with ladder shots to the chest. McIntyre and Corbin forming an alliance for a while.
Yeah.
Ricochet came back in, hit McIntyre with a code breaker, and Ali hit Corbin with a Rolling Thunder X Factor.
Okay.
Oh, so this is wrong then.
Wrong.
I thought that was wrong.
The cat and fuck up again.
No. Something in my scoring.
So you fucked up again.
I fucked up again.
Okay then.
You know, all right. Anyway, that means I need to put up here. Sorry, folks. Okay, fixed. Anyway, back to the program at hand. Ali hit McIntyre with a suicide dive into the barricade. Ricochet with a back body drop that sent Andrade over the top out of the floor. Ricochet and Ali then each tried to climb up a ladder. Ricochet got up first, and Ali came up, but then Corbin and McIntyre came and pulled the two smaller guys down and beat him up. Corbin threw Ali into a ladder against the turnbuckle. McIntyre hit a belly-to-belly overhead suplex on Ricochet onto a ladder in the corner. Orton then sent Baron Corbin out to the apron and hit the draping DDT. When he went for an RKO, Corbin shoved him off and right into a Claymore kick.
I remember that.
It's a good spot. Balor then came back in and hit Corbin with a sling blade and then drop kicked McIntyre into a ladder. Then hit a double foot stomp on a ladder onto Corbin's chest. Balor then threw a ladder into McIntyre's back. Balor then climbed up. Andrade grabbed another ladder, hit Balor in the arm, and knocked him down. Ricochet then went up top, but Andrade shoved him to knock him down to the floor. Balor and Andrade then climbed a ladder together, and Andrade hit a sunset flip over the ladder onto another ladder that was bridged off the ropes. Yeah. OMG. 'Cause damn.
Through the ladder.
Pretty much.
My God. My God, Kay, he's killed him.
Yep.
I miss those calls.
Yeah. Oh my God. So he got just bam into that ladder. That got replayed a few times. And interestingly enough, the fans decided the appropriate response to this spot was a yowie wowie chant.
I missed that. I don't recall you drawing attention to it either, so I assume you missed it too.
I also missed that, yes. Anyway, Ali hit Corbin with a leaping DDT and then hit a few drop kicks and a reverse hurricanrana on Ricochet, which apparently looked brutal. Michael Cole was screaming about how ridiculous these guys are. Ali then tried to climb the ladder, but Andrade tripped him up, and Ali ended up falling backwards into a tree of woe on the ladder.
I remember that.
And Andrade set up another ladder, and he climbed that ladder as Ali pulled himself out of the first ladder after being stomped a couple times. They climbed up top, and Ali hit Andrade with a Spanish fly off the ladder.
Yeah, that's a holy shit moment.
Yep.
I bet you wish you had that as a ladder finisher.
That'd be awesome. Michael Cole, no way, what is wrong with these guys? McIntyre then hit a hard forearm to the chest of Ali, set up a ladder bridging from the apron to the announce table, which he really should have taken the top off of first.
Yes.
And Ali hit a super kick on McIntyre. Corbin then went over to Ali and hit him with a massive choke slam through the Spanish announce table. Corbin then turned on McIntyre and threw him over the barricade into the crowd. Then grabbed Balor and chokeslammed him into the side of the ladder. Ricochet then with a drop kick on Corbin. And when he tried to dive, Corbin caught him and hit him with a deep six. McIntyre got revenge on Corbin with a Claymore kick. Back in the ring, he tossed a ladder into Balor's face, then gave him a suplex onto a ladder that was folded in the ring. He then grabbed Andrade and hit Andrade with the reverse Alabama slam onto Finn Balor on a ladder.
Yep.
McIntyre set up a ladder under the briefcase, but Ricochet got back in with a springboard clothesline off the top to knock McIntyre down. He climbed the ladder, McIntyre grabbed him, launched him over the top onto a ladder that was bridged from the apron to the announce table, which was an impressive as hell spot. He just picked him up, just hurled him right to the top, just bam, through that bridge ladder.
Yeah.
Make sure I give him an OMG for that. Wait, who did he do that to? Ricochet or Ali? I lost track.
I think you said Ricochet.
A slam, the ladder. Yes, okay, it was Ricochet. Ricochet through ladder. That's an OMG. Okay. So back over to this. Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. Okay. So anyway, after that, McIntyre went up toward the briefcase again. But Orton grabbed him off the ladder. He pulled McIntyre off the ladder and RKO'd him on the way down.
Yeah, that was a cool spot.
Yeah. Corbin, which was ironic given earlier in the night because that one looked more like a stunner.
Right?
Anyway. So following all that, Corbin went back in the ring and whipped Randy Orton into the shoulder first into the ring post. He attempted to climb the ladder, but Ali jumped off popped off the rope onto behind the ladder and climbed over Corbin, going up to the top. And he then hit a head scissors and sent Corbin over the top rope out to the floor. Ali then climbed the ladder, and as he reached up for the briefcase, he got his hands on it and was about to unlock it. And out marched Brock Lesnar.
And I believe your reaction to that was, oh my God.
Yep.
And my reaction was facepalm.
To be honest, my reaction was legitimately more of a holy shit. It wasn't an oh my God, I can't believe they're gonna do this. It was more of an oh my God, it's Brock. I was legitimately shocked that he showed up.
The way I heard it was an oh my God of fear. As if you were scared, like, oh my God.
Yeah, but like, oh my God, Ali's about to get murdered.
Yeah, and this is where match of the night became worst match of the night. Because Brock just totally ruined this match.
So Brock got in the ring. He shoved the ladder over. Well, first of all, I missed this. Apparently, while Brock was on his way to the ring, he shoved a ladder out of his way and it hit two camera guys. Then Brock got in the ring and shoved over the ladder that Ali was on because apparently Ali was too petrified with fear to just grab the fucking case. So Ali hit the ropes on the way down, and apparently Ali got cut in the face when that happened.
Ooh.
So they were checking on him at ringside. Meanwhile, Paul Heyman stood at ringside. Lesnar set the ladder back up, climbed up it, and laughed like a hyena as he unhooked the briefcase.
Yeah, fuck him for ruining a great match. This was totally match of the night up until that point.
Yep.
Because for once, the men's Money in the Bank match was actually a fucking fantastic match. Up until they decided to fuck every single last person in that match and have Brock just march out. Fuck Vince and fuck Brock.
Pretty much.
Interestingly enough, the original plan was for either McIntyre or Mustafa Ali to win.
That's
and
fair.
They're like, no, we're just going to fuck over everyone and just have Brock march out. It's like, fuck you, old man.
Yeah, the rumor that I'm seeing floating around is that Brock's actually going to hold on to the case for a little while. Because I believe the deal they're going with, and can't suspect it as much, is that they want Brock to be the WWE champion when SmackDown debuts on Fox.
Really?
Yeah, Khan said that he thought that either Roman or Brock would be champion when SmackDown debuted on Fox.
God, I hope it's not Brock, because the last thing we need is Roman v. Brock again.
Yeah.
No, just no. All the fucking no.
Well, it could technically be Brock against Kofi.
Yeah, but if he wins, you know who's going to go after Brock for the title. It's going to be fucking Roman. That's going to be the main thing going forward. It has to be if Brock becomes a champion.
Not necessarily. They could do they could try to mix up and have Brock versus Orton.
It's Vince. It's going to be Brock versus Roman. I'm calling
Yeah.
it right now if Brock wins.
All right.
Best case scenario is Braun just destroys Brock and takes that briefcase for basically costing Braun everything.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. That will not happen, guaranteed. And the reason I know that is because Brock Lesnar only shows up for a good amount of money and for things that he approves of doing. Brock Lesnar is not going to take any amount of money to show up and job. Brock Lesnar doesn't do that.
He will if Vince says, do it or I'm stripping you of the Money in the Bank briefcase and firing your ass.
And Brock will say, fine, fuck you. I've already got your money. I'll go to UFC.
Would be a win-win for everyone.
Pretty much. Brock doesn't, that's the thing you have to realize, Brock doesn't care. That's why Vince has to pay him exorbitant amounts of money, because Brock doesn't fucking care if he's there or not. He's literally in it for the money.
And that's why nobody but Vince cares about Brock.
Pretty much. Well, and Paul Heyman. Needs his meal ticket after all. So anyway, yeah, I'll just go ahead and score this thing. Lesnar posed in the briefcase. The bodies were laying all around the ring. Ali had that cut on his mouth from when he hit the rope.
Yep. Well, we'll know on Memorial Day because that's when he's supposed to announce what title he's going for.
That's true, if he actually, willingly announces and they're not just cock teasing for ratings.
If anything, it'll be Paul Heyman who makes the announcement. If Brock decides, yeah, I'm not going to show up, Paul Heyman will make the announcement. He'll walk out with the briefcase and make the announcement because it's Paul fucking Heyman.
Yeah, true. Anyway, apparently Lesnar could be heard saying, "Guess who's back, baby? Guess who's back?"
Yeah.
Although I will say, Brock doing that may have been worth it just for the Jericho tweet.
Oh?
Ahem. Awesome to see at Brock Lesnar win the hashtag Money in the Bank match, even though he wasn't officially entered. Brock is the future of the biz, and this is perfect example of genius booking. Shows why WWE will remain on top forever.
Yeah. I think it was Ali's tweet. Did you see his tweet?
Hashtag Go Brock Go.
There.
And I know, what did Ali say?
Ali might be getting an F5 in the very near future if he's medically cleared, if that gash isn't too bad.
Okay.
Because he it's something along the lines of so Brock Lesnar comes in and wins this thing, huh? I guess climbing the ladder and unhooking the belt is the most wrestling Lesnar's done all year.
Oh.
Yeah, huge shots fired by Mustafa Ali. I think it was Ali. One of the people in the match, I think it was Ali who did that tweet. I was just like, damn, you have balls the size of Vince McMahon, dude. I would not antagonize the Beast like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, needless to say, the competitors of that match are not happy that Brock just fucked them all over.
I can't imagine they are not. Alrighty, let's score this bitch.
5 points to Paul Heyman, moving on.
Ah.
Well, all he did was walk down.
Yeah, Paul Heyman gets a compliment. So where is... we're going to have to put them down here. They're not even on the fucking roster.
Yeah, because no one expected him to come back.
Yeah, I should know better.
Not really. Because everyone thought, he was going to be done with the WWE and go to UFC.
Yeah,
Why else would he lose the title if he was, going to stick around. Brock doesn't just give up the title like that.
Yeah, and everybody has thought things like that too, and then Brock came back. So. Paul Heyman gets 5. We'll get to Bork Laser in a minute. Do the rest of these guys first. All right, the base for this is 18. That's 8 for a pay-per-view match, 3 for a specialty, 3 for weapon use, and 4 for the main event.
Okay.
Drew McIntyre gets base 18. He gets himself 1 point for a belly-to-belly overhead suplex on Ricochet onto a ladder. 2 Claymore kicks, another suplex, the reverse Alabama slam, and then an OMG for slamming Ricochet through a ladder. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 points on the moves, is 28 points to Drew. What's that? 148. All right. And then we got the Intercontinental Champion Finn Balor. Gets base 18. He gets 4 moves, 1 for a somersault, suicide dive, 1 for a sling blade, 1 for a drop kick, and 1 for a double foot stomp. Is going to be 22 points to Finn Balor. Who I feel like would have had better luck if he'd brought the demon. All right, what else we got here? Yeah, Balor got hit with the the sunset flip which hit Balor's spine, and then there was something else that damaged Balor's back hit as well. I don't remember what the hell the other thing was, but Balor got put through a table.
Yeah.
There was 2 announce table spots. So that's what it was. He got put through it. Yeah. Orton slammed him through the announce table. That was the other thing. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Ali, the man formerly known as Mustafa, get himself base 18. 1 off a suicide dive. 1 for a leaping DDT. 1 for a drop kick. An OMG for the Spanish fly off a ladder, and 1 for a Rolling Thunder X Factor. Is an additional 9. And it's going to be 27 points to Ali. 37, 139. And then we have the one and only Ricochet. Gets base 18. 2 code breakers. A drop kick and a springboard clothesline. He has 22 points to Ricochet. I think you have 95, 05, 207. Top 10 spot.
Whoa, windowception.
Then we've got Baron Corbin. Gets 3 points for evading an RKO. Gets an OMG for choke slamming Ali through an announce table. Gets a point for hitting a choke slam back on Balor, and a deep 6. Is let's see, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 11. Let's base 18 is 29 points to Baron Corbin.
Ooh.
88, 98. And 9 is 207. And then window section. We've got Randy Orton.
Orton
Okay.
needs to RKO Brock until he can't walk anymore.
Yeah, Orton's going to get let's see, a belly-to-back suplex onto an announce table, slamming Balor through an announce table, slamming Ricochet through an announce table, and then a draping DDT and an RKO. 10, 11, 12, 13, and the 18 is 28, 30, 31 points to Orton. Yeah, 76. What did I say, 30 what?
I don't know. You didn't.
I did.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
Say it with me, everybody. Pay attention. It's 31. Okay. So then that becomes 47, becomes 77.
Hmm.
And then we got Andrade,
Mm-hmm.
who is going to get OMG for the sunset flip off a ladder, putting Balor through another ladder, or onto another ladder anyway. And then a springboard drop kick and a back elbow. Is going to be 7 points to Andrade plus the base 18 is 25 points to Andrade. And 58, 9, 163. I thought I might be wrong on this. Let me see. All right, so thought Zelina Vega got involved, but I guess she didn't. So Zelina Vega gets accompaniment.
Yeah, no, she didn't go. She left.
Yeah, all right. I'll put her at 80. And then Bork Laser is going to get himself 30 points for winning this match. 10 for winning a specialty match is 40. He's going to get 5 for winning the main event is 45. The base 18 is 55, 62.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He didn't actually use a weapon.
He had some camera guys with a ladder.
That doesn't count. They're not competitors. And that was an accident. If anything, he should get a botch for that. You laugh. I'm serious.
All right.
For being fucking reckless and injuring innocent cameramen, he should get a fucking botch for that.
That's fair.
Yeah, so no, he does not get weapon use at all.
Fair enough. So then base 15 for Brock then. So fifth, so what do we have? 30 and 10 was 40, and 5 for the main event is 45, and 15 puts him at 60. And winning the Money in the Bank briefcase is now worth, what did we say? 40?
40.
So that's another 40. 40 that puts him at
God.
105.
Damn.
And I guess that's it. 105. And then if we're gonna dock him, let's say we dock him 5 for throwing a ladder at camera guys. Let's just give him 100 even.
All right. Fuck you, Brock.
$100 points to Bork Laser. There you go. And there is your pay-per-view, folks. Let's see what the hell's going on over here. All right, so currently in the lead by 1 point.
What?
I am in the lead by I am beating you by 1 point.
That's bullshit.
Wow.
Fuck you, Brock. Fuck you, Brock.
I don't have Brock.
No, he cost me the match.
He cost us all the match.
Well, actually, no, it's Ali was the one that was about to get it, but still.
Yeah, technically, more likely he cost me and Tiff the match because the 2 front runners were Ali and McIntyre.
Yeah.
1 point.
Oh,
Dear God.
Sake.
What's that?
I said, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, let's see. Tiff is at 2176, only about 500 points behind.
Mm-hmm.
So she's catching up. Reese is at 1847, has not crested Tiff, but still a big catch up, is now only less than 300 points behind Tiff.
Yeah, we have a fight, people.
Indeed. So let's go.
Reese is back. She's back in this thing.
Yep.
Jesus.
And that's what we got here. So 2626 and 2627. $21.76.
If only Vince had made the tag match a title match. Got fucked by that.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to take a quick moment here, by the way. I wanted to do this. Let me see.
Okay.
So, in total calculation, I would like to emphasize in what I believe is an all-time XFL record. Risa
Okay.
got 514 points in one event.
Oh my god. I think that is probably a record. Holy shit.
God damn.
Wow.
That is incredible. Yeah,
Well,
it looks
she
like
did effectively get, what, 3 new champions across 3 matches?
pretty much.
That's
Plus
ridiculous.
winning of a Money in the Bank ladder match.
Well, that's what I was counting, because she got basically 1 new champion for Money in the Bank, 1 new champion for the SmackDown, and then another new champion for the SmackDown Women's. Because doesn't she have Charlotte?
Yeah, and Rey Mysterio won the U.S. title.
So she got 4 new champions in one match. Or in one event. That's
Yep.
ridiculous. That is fucking ridiculous.
And I'd like to note that you weren't too far behind. Well, some of them, but you had 323 points tonight.
Yeah, but I have Seth freaking Rollins.
True. I had 315.
Yeah.
Let's see. Tiff had 362. So yeah, you, me, and Tiff all kind of stayed neck and neck in terms of points, and then Risa just blew us all out of the water. But unfortunately, the gap was already such that it didn't push her up in places.
No, but now she's in striking distance, and we still have a couple of pay-per-views to go. She could easily take this.
Oh yeah, we've got. I mean, coming up, we've got the Super Showdown,
which we haven't decided if we're scoring or not.
Oh, we're scoring it. It's a pay-per-view.
Really? Because I don't think we scored the other ones, did we? I don't remember
Yeah,
scoring the other ones.
We scored all the Saudi pay-per-views. Back check
Okay.
the video log.
Are you gonna force me to watch the Saudi pay-per-view? Fuck you, Jim.
You don't have to watch it. You just have to score it.
You know me. I watch the matches to score them. That's how I score.
Well, that's you then. Anyway, let me see here.
You know what? You're right. I think we did. I remember now. I think we did score the first one, at least because that's when Jinder Mahal did the really stupid big botch, and then we had the Titus World slide. That's right.
Yep. That is where we had that. I don't remember if we scored the Australian one. I think we did that one too.
I want to say yes, because that's where Buddy Murphy won the Cruiserweight Championship, so we kind of had to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so shows coming up include the June 7th Super Showdown in Saudi Arabia. It includes the June 23rd, the newly named Stomping Grounds.
Mm-hmm.
That's a new one. And then we also have the July 14th Extreme Rules. That'll have specialty matches out the ass.
And the biggest party of the summer.
SummerSlam, indeed.
Fair.
Indeed, indeed. And, oh, hey, SummerSlam is going to be in Toronto. That's cool.
Good for Toronto?
Yeah. Maybe Tiff can go. I don't know if Toronto's close to Nova Scotia. I don't know Canada.
No, we're close.
Okay, fair enough. I'll shut up then.
Toronto is like, I think, just northeast of Michigan.
Ah, okay. Fair enough. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we basically have 1, 2, 3, 4 more pay-per-views this season, including SummerSlam. So lots of chances for points to be had and things to change. But now, with the point being is everybody being within no more than a 300-point gap of striking distance, it's now a competition, especially now that some people on Risa's roster, now she's got champions that are going to do stuff. So she'll get title defenses at pay-per-views. All right.
Yeah, we're going to have to do some roster tweaking, because I think, do I not still have Breeze on my roster?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, he's going to have to go because he's like NXT now. He's not coming back, not for a while.
Yeah.
He's officially re-debuted on NXT, so you could take him off my roster because, yeah.
Okay, well, we'll take care of that afterward.
Yeah, we're going to have to go look with all the people who quit, people who moved around, people who are injured. We're going to have to look at the roster and kind of do some moving around.
Yeah, we'll play around with it. We'll see where we end up. But in the meantime, I'm going to save that up. Let's check the leaderboards. All right, there we go. Look at that. Still at the top of the leaderboard is the WWE Champion Kofi Kingston at 499 points.
Wow.
In second place is your new SmackDown Women's Champion, Bayley, at 302.
That's where 2/3 of Reese's points came from. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Tony Nese, the abs of 205 Live and your Cruiserweight Champion, is in third place at 285. Becky One Belt is at 271. The Universal Champion Seth freaking Rollins is at number 5 at 259. AJ Styles at 230 off of his very notable attempt at dethroning Seth Rollins. The Intercontinental Champion Finn Balor is at 223 off of his performance in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Roman Reigns 1 point behind him at 222. Rounding out the top 10 is a tie between Baron Corbin and Ricochet, who are each at 207 off their performances in the men's Money in the Bank match. And if you were to consider that one spot for the tie, then the best in the world, Shane McMahon, would also make the top 10 at 199 for his winning of a cage match. So there you go there.
Indeed. Just, oh, fuck you, Brock.
Yep.
So disappointing because that was such a great match up until that point.
It was. Well, I would like to know, by the way, if we're dropping the by one, then I would like to know where that. If he were on the roster here, Brock would be 38.
Fair.
He'd be right there between Billy Kay and Braun Strowman. 1 point behind Braun Strowman. So that's where we're at. Be interesting going forward. Stay tuned for this Saturday's video, folks. I'm bring my camera back up here. Because we got a lot of things going on. We got fallout from this pay-per-view. We've got a new title running around racking up points. We got
there's that too. Oh, good Lord.
We got all kinds of crazy shit going on to really, they're pushing WWE to get ready for the Fox transition in October. So.
Well, that new title is just going to push me over you. I'm going to take the lead.
Why do you say that?
Bobby Roode.
So?
He won it. I mean, he lost it, but he won it, so therefore I get the points for that.
That's fair.
I'm like, okay, well, there's that. That's going to give me that, yeah.
But then also...
Do you have truth? Who has our truth?
Tiff has truth, so Tiff gets truth points, and then whoever has Titus gets the initial crowning points.
I don't know who has Titus.
Worldwide?
I want to say Risa?
I don't know, let me see. Maybe. Let's see. Titus worldwide. Yes, it is Risa.
Yeah.
So everybody but me then. Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, well, I have Ravishing Robert Roode, so.
Fair. So yeah,
it'll be interesting.
that's throwing a lot of points around. We'll see how that pans out. So should be interesting. Other than that, we will please do again join us tomorrow night for our regular weekly scoring. If we can manage to get that done in time, we'll let you know if there's going to be postponement on that. Jeff and I will also at some point this Memorial Day weekend be doing a double-header Starkid review to catch up. We'll be reviewing both Annie, a parody, as well as Twisted, the untold story of a royal vizier.
The best musical Starkid's ever put on.
That is definitely an argument you can make. At any rate, Jeff, thank you for being here. Ladies, sorry you couldn't join us.
Thank you for doing the scoring, though.
Yes, we greatly appreciate that scoring. That's very helpful, splitting all the matches up on these pay-per-views like this as they get increasingly longer. All right. We'll see you for all that wonderful stuff this weekend and more right here on the X Pound.